All righty. Istongon. Sukaya de Gaga. That's the proper greeting. If I'm greeting more than one person, I would say Istongon Sukaya de Gaga. That means how are all of you throughout the night? And at this time, I know that I've kind of been repetitive, but it's good to be repetitive, to go over some of the same stuff. But this time it's going to be a little bit of a change because we're going to have a different word that we're going to be using with some of the stuff that we've already been going over with, and that's some of the verb tenses. Now, I will say this, that I will always start these classes off with, or a lot of these classes off with the statement that a friend of mine, his name was Ussie Deer, that he had stated years ago: you learn these verb tenses, you'll have a good foundation in learning the language. And so the word that we're going to work with at this time is the word called mijida. That means to do, mijida. And so at this time, I'm going into the past tense singular for first person for the verb mijida. And I've already went over this, and I've used that first person past tense singular. I've used the tense that has the letters I, B, N, K, S, which is pronounced ayungs. Ayungs. That means like I did something in the past, like yesterday. So I can say, Hian me jayungs. I did this. Hian me jayungs. I did this. So what I did was I dropped the ETV off the word mijida, and I added ayungs at the end, and that word becomes mijayungs. That means I did this. Now, if I was to say that you did this, I would drop the letters ETV off mijida, and I would add the letters ETSK, BNKS at the end, and it becomes midget skunks. Midget skunks. And then I would say, Hian midget skunks. You did this. You did this. And that's for the second person singular in reference to you as singular. Now, if I'm talking about another person outside of you or I would add the letters BNKS and drop the letters ETV. Then that word mijida becomes mijunks. Mijunks. And if I say Hian mijunks, that means he, she, or it can mean it did this. Once again, Hian mijunks. Mijunks. He, she, or it did this. That's the past tense, the singular past tense that I've gone into. Now we're going to go into present singular tense. And I've already went over this before, but we're using a different word for this. But the first person present tense is indicated by the letters IS. And it has the pronunciation or the sound is like an as at the end of it. Hayan me jazz. Hayan me jazz. I am doing this. And that and what I'm doing is I'm dropping the letters ETV at the end, and I'm putting the letters IS at the end, and it becomes me jazz. Hayan me jazz. I am doing this. And you're going to do the same with the second person present tense, but you're going to add some different letters to it. And this is in reference to you are doing this, you as a singular person. And you're going to add the letters ETS, KES at the end. You're going to drop the letters ETV. And it's going to become Mvskis, Mvskis. And it's going to be Hayan Mvskis. You are doing this. You are doing this. Now for the third person singular present tense, you're going to drop the letters ETV and you're going to add the letters ES at the end. And the word Mvhayv becomes Mvhayv. And if you say Hayan Mvhayv, that means he, she, or it is doing this. Hayan Mvhayv, he, she, or it is doing this. And those are the or I'll say that the last one, that is the third person singular present tense. That means that's in reference to something else or someone else outside of you and I doing something presently. Now I'm going into future singular tense. And for me, like if I'm going to do something in the future, like if I was to say, I will do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the ETV from the root word Mvhayv, and I'm going to add the letters ARES at the end, and it becomes Mvhayv, Mvhayv, Mvhayv. Then I'm going to say, Hayan Mvhayv. That means I will do this. I will do this. Now, if I'm going to say that you will do this, I'm going to drop the letters ETV, and I'm going to add the letters ETSKVRES at the end. And it's going to become Mvhayv. That means you will do this. Hayan Mvhayv. That means you will do this. You will do. Once again, you're going to drop the letters ETV at the end, and you're going to put the ending ETSKVRES at the end, and then it becomes Mvhayv. That means you will do this. And then the third person future tense, you're going to, once again, you're going to drop, you're always going to remember, you're going to always drop the letters ETV off of the root words. And you're going to add something else to it. For the third person future tense, talking about he, she, or it will do this, you're going to add the letters VRES at the end. And that word Mvhayv becomes Mvhayv. That means, and then if I say Hayan Mvhayv, he, she, it will do this. It will do this. Once again, always remember to drop the letters ETV at the end. And so that's the third person future tense. Now we're going into the plural tenses, and it's talking about more than one. And I want to go into the first person plural past tense, and if I'm talking about we did something, I want to drop the ETV at the end, in the, or actually you're gonna add the letters VNKS at the end. And that word Mvhayv will become mediunks. Mediunks. Then I'm gonna say, Hian Mvhayv. We did this. Hian Mvhayv. We did this. That is plural past tense. Hian Mvhayv. We did this. And I want to, and then we're going to go on to the second person plural past tense, and that's in reference to you as a group have done something. And it's going to be indicated with the letters ATSK, BNKS. When you add those and you drop the letters ETV and you add those to the word Mvhayv, and it becomes Mvhskunks, Mvhskunks. And if I say Hian Mvhskunks, that means you as a group have done this. You as a group have done this. I'm going to say it again. Hian Mvhskunks. You as a group have done this. Now I'm on to the third person plural past tense. Once again, you're gonna drop the letters ETV, and you're gonna add the letters AKVNKS, agunks. You're gonna add that to the word Mvhayv. And if I say Hian Mvhaygunks, that means they have done this. Hian Mvhaygunks, they have done this. They have done this. Now we're going to go into the plural tenses for the we're going into the plural present tense. Now, if I say that we are doing this, there's going to be a long E sound in there. I'm going to add the letters ES, dropping the letters ETB, but it's going to have a long E sound. It's going to be like E's. Hian Mvhayv. Hian Mvhayv. We are doing this. Now, as Mvhayv Becky Barnett had stated before, we got to pay attention to sound. I know that there's a third person singular present tense sound. It has the same letters at the end, but it ends with S, with that sound. Got the same letters here, but there's a long E sound. See, there's a difference in sound. So a lot of times the difference in sound makes the difference. And so in this sound, you're saying, Hian Mvhayv. Mvhayv, we are doing this. And we're going to the second person plural present tense. And you're going to drop the letters ETB once again. And you're going to add the letters ATSKES. And it's got like a Otskis, Mvhayv, Hian Mvhayv. You as a group are doing this. You as a group are doing this. And so that is what you're.
Hian is not Hian, it's Hian.
Oh, excuse me, folks. It's
Hian.
I think you're reading it like hey. Like,
Okay. Okay.
You need to forget English.
Okay.
Hian.
Hian. I stand corrected for Hian. So when I say it's not Hian, it's Hian. Hian, folks. Hian Mvhayv. You as a group are doing this. And now, once again, you're going to drop that ETV. You're going to add the letters ATSKES to indicate that you as a group are doing this. And then the third person, present singular, Hian. Hean. Hean. And you're going to drop the letters ETV off the Mvhayv. You're going to add the letters AKES at the end. It's going to be like August. Hean, Mvhayv. Hean, Mvhayv. They are doing this. Hean, Mvhayv. That's saying that another group, because they are doing this. Hean, Mvhayv. Now we're going to the first person plural future tense. We're going to go into, this is indicating that we will do something in the future. And we're going to, once again, we're going to drop the ETV and we're going to add the letters EYVRES at the end. It's got a this. And I'm going to say, Hean, Mvhayv, we will do this. Mvhayv, we will do this. Hean, Mvhayv, we will.
We are doing it.
Mvhayv, I stand corrected. Mvhayv, we will do this. We will do this. And then the second person plural future tense, you're going to drop the letters ETV and you're going to add the letter ATSKVRES. And it's going to be, once again, you're going to say, Hean. And then that Mvhayv is going to become, is it Mvhayv? Yeah. Okay. It's going to become Mvhayv. That means you as a group will do this. You as a group will do this. You as a group will do this. And we're going into the third person plural future tense. And it's going to be Hean. And you're going to drop the letters ETV off of the Mvhayv. And it's and you're going to add the letters AKVRES. That means, and it's going to become Mvhayv. Hean, Mvhayv. Hean. I got that country accent, I guess. Hean.
You're
You're reading it in English.
Yeah, I see. Hean, Mvhayv. Hean, Mvhayv. Hean, Mvhayv. Mvhayv. Okay, they will do this. Excuse me, I stand corrected. Mvhayv. They will do this. They will do this. And those are the tenses that you will need to know in order to go further into the Mvskoke language. And now I have other verbs as examples, that we all of us can practice. Hotsejida means to write. Wayida means like to sell. Hayijida, and that means like to play as an instrument. Let's say if I want to say I will write, I could say Hotsejithis. I will write. Hotsejithis. Anybody else got anything to add? Another verb that you want to put in as an example, or dance? Okay. And then some, I think I've heard Obanida or Obanida.
That's the formal way.
Oh,
Formal way.
okay.
You're saying I'm going to
Okay.
bananas or onions,
Bonnes. Okay. Okay. Bonnes. Okay. Obannes. Anybody else want to add another word in it? Carolyn? Sing. You could say like Yahagothis, or Yahagiathis, we will sing, or Yahagis, we are singing. We are singing. Like if I wanted to say, I'm going to sail, I would say, Wayoffice. Is that right? Wayoffice. Okay. Wayoffice.
Not real y'all.
Wayoffice. Okay. Wayoffice. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go back and let's go and kind of review again. Just remember, if I want to say I did this, Hian Nijayungs. I did this. Now remember, if I want to say you did this, be Hian Mijitskunks. You did this. And gotta always remember, you gotta drop the ETV and you gotta put these verb tenses at the end. Once again, that makes the difference in Mvskoke speaking. And if I want to say he or she or it did this, I would say Hian Mijunks. He or she or it did this. And if I wanted to say in the present tense, like you did this, I could say Hian Mijitskis. You are doing this. Now, I want to take one of these other verbs. Let's use hotsejida, for example. And I want to put that into the present tense of, I want to say you are writing this. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to say Hian hotsejitskis. You are writing this. Let's say if I'm in reference to you're writing a report, I can probably use that in reference to that. Hian hotsejitskis. Or if I wanted to say, let's say you are singing this, I would say Hian Yahagitskis. So I'm giving different examples of what you can do. And for anybody that's listening to this, I mean, what I want to encourage you to do when you're off time, when you're able to, is to take different verb tenses, look up in your dictionaries and try to apply these examples to your own learning and keep doing it. And as you'll keep doing it, you're going to notice yourself getting better. And so let's say, I'll use another example. You are going to sing this. I could probably say, Hien Yahegitskadis, Hien Yahegitskadis, you will sing this. Hien Yahegitskadis. Or I could say this, so like we have sung. Hien Yahagiunks. Hien Yahagiunks. We sung this. That's what I'm saying. Hien Yahagiunks. Hien Yahagiunks. Or I can say that we wrote this. Hien Hotagiunks. Hotagiunks. Hien Hotagiunks. Or if I wanted to say they have sung this, I can say Hien Yahagiunks. Hien Yahagiunks. They have sung this. If I want to try to make a sentence with Wade, I might say, Boxy, Amistele Bega, Wayathis. I'm going to sell my shoes tomorrow. I might try to say that as an example. So I want to encourage everybody to try to use these examples that I've shown and the other examples from other classes or whatever, and to try to apply it to your Mvskoke language learning. It'll help you so much. Anybody have any questions?
We'll close it. We'll go see any those words.
Yeah.
Use them in a question.
Okay.
I mean, I know you didn't put it on there, but
Yes.
And that,
Okay. He was saying that you can use these words in a question. I could say, Hien Yahegitsa, are you singing this? Are you singing this? Or I can say, Hien Mijitsa, are you doing this? Hien Mijitsa, are you doing this? Or if I wanted to ask it in the past tense way, I might say, Hien Mijitsanga, did you do this? Did I say that right? And then if I wanted to say, did you sing this? Hien Yahegitskanga, did you sing this? I could ask it that way. Or if I want to ask it in the plural future sense, I might want to say, Hien Mvhayv. That means, are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? Hien Mvhayv. Carolyn, you got anything you want to add? Any questions on it? Okay. I might want to say, Hien Yahagothis, I'm going to sing this. Hien Yahagothis, I might say, Mvskoke Yahagothis, that means I'm going to sing a Creek hymn or a Mvskoke hymn. And I'm just trying to give out examples and how to use these verb tenses in a way. And that last verb is, I said, hayijida, means like to play as an instrument. I might say, I forgot how to say fiddle. Is it hayijka? I say, how you Jarthis, I'm going to play a fiddle. How you Jarthis? Or also I play a flute. So I might say, Phoeba, how you Jarthis? I'm going to play a flute. I play a Native American flute sometimes. Fitba. Fitba. Okay. Fitba. Fitba. I stand corrected. Fitba. Fitba. How you Jarthis? I'm going to play a flute, and sometimes I play a flute. And so you can use that word Haijida as an example as well. Anybody else? Any other questions? Well, if there's no other questions, I guess that is it for now.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This is for myself. Can you use the question with yourself? Am I doing this?
I've seen that, but I don't know if I would. Ms. Barnett, can we use a question for ourselves? Like if I'm to do this in the future, I wouldn't know if I would say it right.
Like if you say, I'm gonna,
Am I doing this?
am I doing this?
Yeah.
Mijahana,
Okay.
Mijahaneha.
Mijahaneha.
Like, am I going to do it
Okay.
in
Okay.
the future?
Okay.
Mijahaneha.
Mijahaneha. Haneha. Haneha. So I'm learning something new.
So like if somebody hands you a paper and they want you to write it, you can say, well, Jay, say,
Mhm.
am I going to write it?
That sounds right to me. Carolyn, is that right? Okay. Okay.
A little bit.
Now, there's times I've seen it asked in writing, and I understood it, but I don't know if I'm going to be pronouncing it right. You know, yeah. Like I've seen in documents and texts where they're asking if I want to be doing something.
Okay, say,
Yeah.
Nagafoda Ayahaneha. Do I go, am I going to go to that meeting?
Okay.
Like I'm asking Judy, Ayahaneha. Do I, am I going to go to that meeting?
Okay.
Say, Nagafida Ayahaneha.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing you should probably go over with the, is that he could also use,
Yeah.
Yeah.
way back to the part.
Okay, just shorten it. You got it. Yeah. Okay. What he was saying right there with the hean, I can shorten it. Just you, ya, and yun. Ya and yun. And I want to reiterate what he just said. I can shorten it. Ya and yun for hean. Hean. Well, if that's it for now, folks, then I will see you guys tomorrow. How do I?
Do stop share.
Okay.
And at the bottom right hand corner.
I got 3 on the chat here.
Oh, this is me.
Okay.
posted in the triangle
Okay.
at the bottom.
All right. There we go.